Is it happening?
It's happening. We're just waiting on the Facebook, and we're set.
Right. Is it happening?
It's happening. Can you hear me?
Well, I can hear you. Yeah.
Well, that's good then. Better than the last time. So everybody, welcome to episode 26 of the Almost Daily Show with your host, Chandler.
And the Dave Picardi.
Larry's around here somewhere. I don't know where he went. He's chilling like a villain.
Oh, yeah.
Killing time.
Larry's actually our secret sauce with the company.
Yeah, Larry's a freaking champion.
He does everything.
Everything. That little caveman with those little stubby legs, he goes everywhere, talks to everyone, does everything. We don't even have to do anything anymore with him.
That's right.
And like everybody wants to do selfies with Larry right now, so we're kind of a big deal because of him.
Oh yeah, we could probably have a big Larry printed for Vegas this weekend.
Oh, we should. Big old Larry selfies with Larry. We could stand out on the strip and just get a million selfies with Larry.
That'd be fun
because he's so universally loved.
That's right.
Not culture. We're just like super lovable, goofy people.
Absolutely. So what do we have on tap today, Chan?
So today we just, if you're not in there yet and you'd like to, we just opened up a Facebook marketing group. It's designed for collaboration, help, and to provide support to small businesses who want to learn how to operate in a customer-centric environment and how to market themselves well to build emotions and to capture people's emotions and get people excited. So that got us thinking, why don't we do an episode and talk about how to use Facebook groups for your own marketing if you wanted to use it there's several different aspects and several different ways you can actually use Facebook groups. There's a couple different models. There's like the one that we follow where the group's free, the group's there to give support, build a relationship, and make people feel like they want to come talk to you if they do want to utilize your service in the future. This model isn't necessarily about selling, and it's more about giving enough value to where people trust you to want to come and utilize your service, or they don't. Either way is fine, but that's why it's there.
Yeah, and part of the backbone of what we do is relationship marketing. So, ultimately you're trying to build your network as large as possible, build a following as large as possible. And the easiest, we feel is the most fulfilling way to do that is to actually create trust and friendships online with people. And so we want as many people, any business out there, anyone that wants to join the group, come on in, ask questions, bring some great conversation, some ideas, suggestions, kind of everything, right? And create a community that helps each other and thrives, right? Like Chandler said, if in the future there's any services that you get on with us, that's great too.
Yeah, and that's the idea behind what we're doing. And we always talk about the long-term game, and that's what this is. It's build enough awareness that everybody kind of knows what you're doing, and you don't have to sell anything to anybody. People feel comfortable talking to you. They feel comfortable coming to you when they need something. And if they never come to you, then that's okay too, because you're building, like you're saying, this massive community designed to support people and help people grow over time.
Right.
So that's like the first model with Facebook groups. The second model I would say is a lot of people are using Facebook groups as like you would call it, like in the digital marketing world, like a tripwire. So they're using like, hey, pay $39 for this course or this like ongoing course that you get monthly or some sort of subscription, and you get a Facebook group with it. So you pay for that thing, and then you get an email, hey, jump into our Facebook group because you paid, you request access, now you're in the group because you're a paying member of whatever the service was. That's pretty big in like the industries. Like there's a big digital marketing company that does it. And there's a bunch of others. If you wanted something to where you needed that to provide a source of revenue for you, I wouldn't say it's necessarily the long-term game. It's more of a game where you can get people paying and you can keep them engaged and keep them captivated over time to want to keep utilizing your services. It's like you provide an added aspect of value with that Facebook group that you give them with their service fee that they pay for whatever they get online.
But, so when you're looking at that, it's also built around, there's some core product that it's built around, and that's the add-on. So we're all consuming a core product, and now we get to interact in this forum together. The way we look at it, marketing is about maximizing your reach And if you put up that firewall, you're not able to maximize your reach. It's not actually marketing anymore. Now it's part of a service offering, and there's a difference.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not necessarily that it's a bad or a good thing. It's just that it's not going to get as much reach as if you had an open group. But an open group is also a game where you have to be incredibly patient, and you have to be in it, like we say, for the relationship and for the long term, because it's not going to generate revenue from the group. It's going to generate awareness. And for us, awareness is more powerful than trying to generate a small amount of revenue anyway.
Well, proper marketing and sales, right? If we do it correctly, and if anybody listening does it correctly, it's not necessarily about even the sale I make in front of me. If I positively impact 10,000 people, and those people go out and say they were positively impacted by Out of the Cave Media, that's a win for us, because then now that gets into their networks and expands past what just our reach is. And so that's the long-term game. We believe in it heavily, and it's just how we do things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's the way we like it. We want to build relationships, help as many people as possible. There's one model. We went over the second model, which was basically you pay like a small fee and you get to join. And what that does is it creates that culture of common experience. It would be really helpful if you had like a super technical product and you were selling like the first phase of it or something, and you needed people to collaborate in a group about it. So that's just an idea of what it could be used for, something to get people who are already doing similar things to talk about those similar things. With an open group, you have to be really good and really vigilant about making sure people are talking, keeping them on track, and making sure there's good topics going out and about and all that stuff, and keeping the people who try to like sell random products out of the group. And then I think there's a third model that people use as well in Facebook groups, and that's the one where someone pays for like a super high level service, and there's only a couple of them, but they use the Facebook group as like the yearly, almost like mastermind component to it. So you pay like $10,000 and you get into this thing, and now there's 12 of you in this group, and it provides someone to talk to and go feedback and the ability to go back and forth throughout the course of a year before you go to your like little mastermind events or stuff like that.
And it's still the same thing as we keep getting into different levels of service. And so these Facebook groups are attached to higher levels of service, right? And so it's I still think there's a major difference between using groups for your marketing and networking efforts. And then, because ultimately, how many, say I own a business that has multiple types of products and different avenues somebody could be paying us for, we could have multiple groups for each avenue, right?
Yeah, and that's huge. And it's like you're saying, the big difference is, are you trying to build this group around awareness and support, or are you trying to build this group around someone added value for a product? And that's what it comes down to. It's free and it's awareness, or add value for a product because it gives that one-on-one interaction and the ability to talk to people literally just almost every day, which is a huge value add for a lot of people.
Yep.
And so it really comes down to do you feel that you need the revenue, and is this going to be a big value add for your current products, or your current products able to support themselves and your clients can intermingle with an open group, which is exciting.
I know like one of our businesses has both. We have public facing and private, but there's also a line, because when you look at the private group, it benefit us probably 90% more if we open the private group up for everybody to see, because the private group is where it shows our culture.
Yeah. And I noticed that like in the gym industry, we have Stone Age Fuel as one of our gyms, and we have our private Facebook group where all of our members on. And even if someone like cancels and doesn't stay with the gym, they still stay in that group. But we also have an open group that the public gets to be in. And the big difference between that is the public group is everybody intermingling and talking, and it's an open environment. The private group that's pretty cool in this industry is it allows the clients who are usually around each other quite a bit and know each other to talk and feel comfortable talking in a private environment. So I think that this is another good point to bring up. It gives them the peace of mind that they're only going to be talking to the people they see often, and they're comfortable, and it's not going to get spread out in the public and all that.
Yeah. And something else that happens, not everybody wants to be on social media. So depending on people's professions and what they do, they'll be on social media if there's an option for them to control it. And, and a private group gives them that option. And so, they can always go on, join Facebook, put their account as private so they don't want people to see it, join your group and participate in the group without worrying about everything else. We train undercover agents and different things for law enforcement, and they can't have regular accounts, but they can have an odd account in a private, and then utilize it in a private group, and everybody knows that, whatever, ladies man 1 2 3 4 is actually Kurt, right?
Yeah.
So there's different ways to utilize the groups, and we believe in it. If you're doing it for marketing purposes and you're trying to grow your brand and your business, you should definitely be running a really good open forum group.
Yeah, exactly. Get people talking, get people interacting, give some value, help as much as you can, and you're going to create raving fans and people who really care about what you do.
Absolutely.
And even if you need, there's no rule that says you have to have one or the other. You can have both. So you can have the open awareness group, and you can have a private group for people who pay for services. So it's really the sky's the limit. An execution plan after this for everyone listening is go out and create an open group. You can schedule posts now. So go out and create an open group, schedule a post to go out every day, asking a question, giving a little bit of value, and wait 3-4 months before you even ask them to do anything, or don't ask them to do anything. Just play with the group, build awareness, ask people to join, make sure you post at least one thing every day. And that's it. It's as easy as that. You just got to do it.
Simple. All right, sir. Another one in the books.
Yeah.
Number 26.
Good times. Make sure you guys search for the Attic to the Cave Media Relationship Marketing Group. We are on Facebook. I'll post this in the podcast notes and everything as well. But just request to join and we'll accept you. And then, I don't know if you know this, but I've told several people, this group is the best thing since individually wrapped cheese slices.
That's pretty important.
That's true. Everybody loves the American cheese slices.
Oh, yeah. Except, so I want to point out, if you have a big cookout and you have individually wrapped cheese slices and you're doing burgers, it's actually a lot of work to unwrap those things while the burgers are coming off.
That's true. You're trying to peel it and you take the whole block and you accidentally drop the whole block on the grill, and then
it's a lot of work.
Oh, man.
Easy to go cheap.
That's true. A lot of work to make it happen.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Maybe.
Yep. Because it's almost daily. See ya.